Let us pray. Father, we come before your presence and we just ask you, Lord, that you would impart your wisdom to these gentlemen as they conduct the business for this county. And Father, for the responsibilities that you've given them, let them, Lord, look to you as the Holy Spirit guides them in their vocation. We ask you, Lord, that you will just not only impart wisdom, but Father, that you would just continue by your Holy Spirit to minister to them as they are looking for the betterment of this county. And Father, we thank you and we praise you, Lord, that no matter where we are and what situation and what details seem to inspire, Father, we just ask you, Lord, to touch and move by your Spirit in each one. Father, that your name would be glorified, and Lord, this county, Lord, would just continue to grow. And Lord, we thank you and we give you the praise and glory for all the things that you do for us and the blessings of life. For it's in Christ's name that we pray. And everyone said,
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Call the meeting to order. First thing on the agenda is approve the minutes from the previous meeting. Entertain a motion for second. Motion by Tommy, second by Darren, all in favor? Any opposed? Next, we have approved payment of bills. Motion by Neil. Second by Brian, all in favor? Any opposed? Next, we have approved treasurer's monthly settlement. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Darren, second by Tommy, all in favor? Any opposed? Next, we have approved treasurer's budget transfers as presented. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Brian.
Second.
Second by Damon, all in favor? Next, we have approved jailer's payment of bills. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Darren. Second by Tommy, all in favor? Next, we have approved jailer's monthly settlement. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Neil.
Second.
Second by Brian, all in favor? Next, we have approved jailer's budget transfers as presented. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Brian. Second by Damon, all in favor? We're going to skip to approve the second reading of the jailer's bond ordinance. Next, we've got approved sheriff's monthly settlement. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Damon, second by Darren, all in favor? Next, we have approved first reading of the electrical inspector's contract. And what that is, guys, we got a call from Frankfurt that we actually had to have a contract with electrical inspectors within the county. And Don, if y'all don't know, Don Cox used to be our electrical inspector and our building inspector in the county. And Don got diagnosed with cancer a few months ago, and he's been unable to do anything. So we were sort of in a scramble trying to find some. We had 3, and we reached out to all of them. One of them didn't want to sign a contract. 2 of them did, which is Teddy Webb and Larry Blacklock. And you all should have got a copy of it, maybe contract. So we just have to approve. Those contracts so they can be on file in Frankfurt.
What does that mean, you use both of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and the reason is because sometimes Teddy can only do it on Saturdays and Larry can do it on certain days. And if someone else wants to do it, we can have a contract with them, but there has to be a contract on file with Frankfurt in that office. So,
Make a motion.
motion by Darren, second by Tommy, all in favor? Need approved to advertise bids for the road materials. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Brian, second by Damon, all in favor? Any opposed? Next, we have updates for fiscal court committees, road committee. Which you all know probably, I've talked to you all several times about a lot of blacktopping going on, so you'll get them kind of.
Yeah, they started chipping and sealing, of course, and I've been getting some good reports that, of course, people's happy, and the roads really look good down there where they've been working.
Yeah, they're mowing too, so I don't know if they've got out there.
Yeah, I had people ask, and I told them it's getting
I've seen
started.
them out mowing.
Also, let's see, we got Parks and Rec.
They're all fired up and going.
Yeah, they also, I talked to you about, they put that swing set, when it left, he got that done, so that, all that's, they can swing, their heart's content, and they're lifting now, along with the basketball court. So, let's see. Anything else, Tom, building?
No, other than, I had a guy send me a video the other day,
Mhm.
bad one, of brick falling off the building on a crowd.
Yeah,
Maybe, they sent it because of this right here.
yeah.
I don't know where that stands.
We actually turned that into the insurance, and we need to take action on it probably immediately.
Do you think it needs to be barricaded, or can people, I mean,
Oh,
for
it'll-
the safety of it?
It'll have to be barricaded.
I'm talking even, what are we waiting on to barricade it because of the safety hazard?
Nothing, I say I mean, it's sort of one of those things where, I mean, we've got a couple of bids on it just to see where we
Yeah.
sort of stood. And we, you know.
And I mean, I'm not even getting at that, regardless when it gets done, but just like right now, you don't think it's a hazard?
If it does fall, it's right over top of the recreational area here, and I don't think, Jason,
Okay.
I think you're sort of, and there's a fence over top of it right now.
Yeah, it's, of course, there'll be, there could be some dust and stuff get through. the
Okay,
fence,
so
but
you don't think it's a hazard?
I don't think so right this minute. We have discussed doing some type of entry over this back door,
Yeah,
down
we'll
there,
have to
front
do
door,
that.
whatever you call it. And, we said done yet.
They ended up, the insurance company settled with us, the last bid we got, I think, a little over 200,000 for doing the west side and the south side of the building. That's the bad parts, the really bad parts is this, we're right here where we're at, and then this side over here. The back and the other side's not bad, and they actually give us a check for half, 100,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the insurance company. That's pretty good. So we need to go ahead and figure out what we're gonna do, if we need to, declare an emergency or go ahead and take bids on it, one of the two, so.
I'd say take bids on it, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've done, the people that's probably gonna be interested in bidding the job is probably the ones that we've reached out to actually look at it. Because we reached out to about 3 or 4 other
Yeah, they don't want.
mason contractors, and they do not want to get up on this building.
Yeah.
So, because it's 40 foot tall, so. But anyway, that's something we probably need to go ahead, and just advertise for bids for that also, would we, Andrew, you want to? Let's go ahead and get a
May as
motion.
well.
Let's go ahead and get a motion in a second to go ahead and advertise for bids to go ahead and repair this building.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Darren, second by Tommy, all in favor? We'll go ahead and advertise for those for a couple of weeks. And, next we have a, proclamation for National Community Action Month. Hal, Grayson, y'all want
Well, yeah,
to? Go ahead.
I'd like my crew to come up here and join me.
Yep.
Appreciate, first of
So,
all,
Hal, I don't
being
mean to
here.
interrupt you, but some of them probably don't know, I know they probably know who Tracy and all of them are, but you all introduce yourself that way and tell them what you all do. I know what you do, but they might
I
not.
think that's a great idea. My name's Hal Goode, and I am the Executive Director for Central Kentucky Community Action. I'll let them tell a little bit about themselves.
I'm Melissa Lehman. I'm Grayson County Coordinator here for Community Action. I know several of you all, spoke with you. I do several different programs throughout the year. We do LIGE, which normally runs from October to March. This year's numbers, I saw 1,272 applicants during that heating season.
I'm Tracy Dennison. Y'all probably know me for a lot of different things, but I actually work for Community Action. I'm the Kentucky Works Program Director, and what Kentucky Works is, we operate under contract with the state, and anybody who receives public assistance, old welfare program, they're required now to either be in school, job training, or actually working. So that's what my staff does. In the 8 counties that Central Kentucky Community Action serves, plus my contract covers most of Central Kentucky. And 7/1, we're going to also pick up the food stamp recipients. So we're pretty positive. It's a good new contract. Not a whole lot of money was involved in it, but it's the fact that we are now going to be working with 2 groups of the low-income population. And the bottom line is, you're going to have to go to school, you're going to have to do job training, or you're going to have to go work. So I think welfare reform is actually finally stepping up, and we're going to see some changes.
David Lindsay, I'm Weather Station Director, cover 8 counties of our service area. Grayson County, in which any county that we're working in, if material is available there, we try to purchase, keep everything in county, the counties that we're working in. From July 1 of 18 to the end of March, Grayson County with 12 homes, weather 12 homes, and roughly a little over 100,000 we spent here in the county through buying materials and labor and that kind of thing. Really good program, and we look forward to servicing our clients in the county.
So these three are just three of about 13 programs that we run from the community action that have a huge effect on what we're doing, not only in Grayson County, but as I mentioned, we can cover all the counties in the Lincoln Trail area. This would be Grayson, Breck, also Meade County, Hardin County, LaRue, it'd be Marion, Nelson, and Washington County. So it's a large area that we cover. The judge, we appreciate the judge and Judge Henderson when he does, he serves on our board. But I think you've heard even from just these three, which I think is very evident, you know, we're there to give a hand up. We're not there to give a hand out. We want to make sure, because everybody goes through it. You know, the old saying, do you walk a mile in somebody's shoes? That's prevalent in this. Because we do run into several throughout our programs that we do that'll come and see Melissa and say, I don't have my high school diploma. I need a GED. We can pay for that. We can take care of that. You know, I just need enough food to get through 3 weeks. I don't get my first check for 3 weeks. Melissa has programs that can help with that. You heard about the heating. You know, the heating are more energy type of programs. You know, we do that, what's called that LIHEAP. You've heard the LIHEAP that's out there, which basically is just low income home energy assistance program. Well, it's an energy program. You got a home that is badly insulated, has bad windows. David and his team can come in and repair that, make sure that home's more efficient, make sure that family can have affordable bills. We want to put people in a position where they can get back. Even the program, the SNAP program that Tracy talked about, you know, bringing individuals back to a position where they can be self-sufficient. Because we do see those. We've seen those here in Grayson County. We feel like we've been able to reach out. I think you heard just a few of the numbers. What I put together and want to present today, you'll see this is our annual report. And we want to do this yearly because we want, especially, you know, our leadership in the communities know what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I'll encourage you to look through this. It gives you an idea of what we do, the many different programs. We do an awesome program up here with our senior citizens at the Grayson County Senior Center up here, where our CATS Department of Transportation is located here in Litchfield. Every day, some of your constituency will be able to go to that facility and have a meal that has a menu that's been prepared by a dietitian. You know, I know I don't eat like I should every day, but I know, you know, my 82-year-old mother in Washington County can at least go to Senior Citizens Center, and I know every day she's going to have that meal. She's going to have what she needs coming from that. So we want to be able to continue to do that, and the numbers here in Grayson County from that senior program all the way down to even our CATS program. We talked about our transportation. And we won't flood you with a lot of numbers, but Grayson County ranks 3rd for the number of trips that we provide through transportation. The numbers in Grayson County for non-Medicaid trips count per month, 290. The walk-on clients, 77. Wheelchair clients, yearly total, 3,480 walk-on clients so far, 924 wheelchair clients. Total non-Medicaid trips this year, 4,404. When you think about the size, close to 30,000 here in Grayson County, you know, the numbers are there, and our CATs are reaching out to them. Medicaid trip count per month, 568. Walk-on claims, 60 wheelchair clients, 52 disoriented clients per month. Yearly total, 6,816. You'll see in here, we're close to 80,000 trips. We will do over 1 million miles. We'll go about 1.7 million miles through just the counties we serve. So we are definitely, and we feel like even on our transportation, we've had to make some steps. The judge knows this. Even from our veterans, we had to show a discount. But we've been working with the VA in Louisville, and I'm proud to say that that's going to change with the VA in Louisville. We're going to see those trips now. From right now, if wheelchair, they'll do it. They'll take care of it, and there won't be any cost. If it's blind, we'll take care of it. In October, we hope to get back to the same level we were doing those trips for free. And that's the VA in Louisville. So we're working with the Transportation Department, Secretary Thomas, who I know you know.
Oh, yeah.
And it's steps like that. We were one of the last ones. We lost $250,000 in 5 years that we just had to do, something to show some relief. So we discounted. So we are really glad that we're going to be able to start providing that again and excited about that. So our transportation in Grayson County is growing in all different leagues. And I encourage you, if there are programs that we can be a part of, Grayson just told you, we're looking at new programs. We want to find out what your constituency need is. Our programs are based on strategic plans that we put together to work to find out what that need is in your community. So Judge Henderson's a great supporter of what we do with Community Action, serving on our board. We definitely want to hear from the magistrates. Being a magistrate 25 years in Washington County, I know. We talked about earlier, Squire Hornback and I. Potholes and barking dogs, I can relate with you. I did it for 25 years. What we are doing here, though, I can tell you, we are reaching out to those folks that need that hand up. We have, I think the first thing I did, I've been there for a little over a year now. The interesting thing I did was just start answering the phone, trying to relate to the calls we get in, even from Grayson County. And had a call the other day, somebody called in and they said, and you'll know we're going to laugh and cry on some of this, but this is real life. Called in and said, my husband's having a heart attack. I need your van to come and pick him up. And we go, well, wait, if he's having a heart attack, we need to get the ambulance out there. Well, your CATS van is cheaper, and I like the driver of the CATS van a little bit. So we put her in touch, called 911, got the ambulance taken care of. But that person themselves could have been in a situation where, am I going to be able to pay the ambulance, or can I handle that rate that I get from Community Action? Right. That's what people are faced with every day. We see that and we hear that. We're looking at some really interesting programs that are coming up. I encourage you to look through this. It'll tell you, how we're reaching out. We can talk about our programs all evening with the youth that we're hitting. We do the Head Start in similar areas. We don't do it here in Grayson and Breck, but we're partners with them here. We want to make sure that we're getting the soft skills and the pieces that our young people need that can afford that to come through our Head Start. And then our senior adults. We do senior companion programs. Those are some of the things that we're doing here. Be glad to entertain any questions, but Judge, we just appreciate being here. Appreciate this court entertaining the resolution that we put out. May is Community Action Month. We're one of 23 in the state of Kentucky. We're proud to serve you. We want to do what's needed in your constituency. So I'll be glad to answer any questions or entertain anything that we could do to help Grayson County Fiscal Court.
Let me throw in here real quick. I've been around for 100 years, y'all. And I've worked with Jason, Gorman, everybody.
Not for 100 years.
Well, close now. We've been together for a while.
Well said, Sheriff.
But for you new magistrates, just know, if somebody in your area or you come across somebody that's homeless or needs something, refer them to Community Action, 259-3500. We are going to be working with, I'm on the Ministerial Association, I do Salvation Army, and we all work together. It may be that there's 4 different groups that actually steps up, and they may stay all night in Jason's facility for a night or two until we can get them a place. But the fact that we're all working together, we don't want anybody to be homeless, but on the other hand too, and those of you that's worked with me, you know how I feel, I don't want anybody taking advantage of the system. The only way we're going to stop that is if we do refer them to one agency, we do a good assessment, and we find out where they need to go. Does no good to pay somebody's rent, they're still going to get kicked out next month because they can't pay it.
Right.
So we want to utilize our dollars better. So we just encourage you guys, reach out to Community Action. We may not have the answers, but we're going to send them to the lines for the food, or we're going to make sure they do get taken care of.
Yeah, we want to be that Wikipedia to help some of those folks to be able to help themselves. I mean, Melissa's programs, again, we don't want to bog you down with a whole lot of numbers, but hey, we'd love to talk to you more about it. But even if there's someone that's going to work at one of the manufacturers, and they call for a special kind of boots. And we've had some that have come to us, and those boots are still told you $300, $350. We can take care of that. We have the funding to make sure we can get them to work, get them started. Getting that fresh start, Swire, is very important. And I encourage you on the senior citizens, on the meals, go up there and have lunch with them one day. I wanted to share these numbers with you. This past fiscal year, we're on a fiscal year, July 1st through, we'll say April 30th, 2,084 meals, 40 unduplicated participants. And then they do bingo size. Bingo size, anything with bingo to it works well with our seniors. So they get exercise, they get bingo, and we're reaching out to close to 300 people. So that nutrition piece is there for our seniors. So please go up there and participate in that. But again, we want to answer any questions. Are there any questions? Or yes, sir.
What about handicap? The reason I'm asking, probably most people in here know Steve Berg. I went to see him today, he had a bad stroke. I'm gonna go down myself and build him a real nice handicap ramp, but he needs quite a bit of stuff done.
Okay.
Around his home, not food, not money, just some stuff, but,
Well, some of the things.
I'm just asking, I don't know
No,
if you're all
this
take care
is
of
a good
anything.
thing, because years ago, there used to be money floating around to build ramps through Lincoln Trail Ave. And that program's kind of gone by the wayside. So the way we do that, if somebody needs a ramp here in the county, they get an estimate, Salvation Army will pay for the material, and then if they don't have somebody to build it, I reach out to some of the men's groups at churches, and they'll go build it.
And
Magistrate Tracy does the Salvation Army
Yeah.
stuff.
He's
And
in
there's
desperate
also-
need of a handicap bathroom.
Well-
He can't even get in this bathroom.
In that situation, Tommy, USDA,
They
they
have
have
talked to
a,
someone that told them they will pay a pretty good amount of money for helping with a handicap bathroom, but it could be like 18 months.
yeah, it can move through faster. And a lot of times they start that out as a low interest loan, and then it turns into a forgivable grant.
Yeah,
So-
this was a forgivable grant, is what he told me today.
Yeah.
But it could be like up to 18 months. He can't even get in his tub or his shower.
Won't you have him get in touch with us and
Okay.
Because we can help him.
We'll get hooked up.
Like with the ramp, instead of you going out and purchasing.
I'm gonna do his ramp. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm gonna do that for him.
well, another thing I should give you immediately is our transportation, if he needs that.
Yeah.
If
Now, I
there's a
don't know
need,
him and his
there
wife
may
didn't
be
get
that,
into
you know,
that.
our vans here are, they can easily come in and pick up, work through, I mentioned Medicaid. I mean, we
Not to
also
make the
have those
paperweight
rides
for-
that are
I'm
free
just
during
curious.
certain parts of the day, so we can run a hospital or, we even do some of those drives here in the community for grocery, just some that can't get out.
And see, these are the guys, these are the people we want to serve.
No, his
The
wife told me
elderly.
today that she's maxed.
Well,
Yeah.
and
And
you,
listen, they have supported the community. I can't tell you how much they've supported our Christmas programs over the years.
You're right.
So it's just a way of giving back. But I mean, even our elderly, guys, we have people that come to us that is supposed to be on insulin. They can't afford it. And we can help them get hooked up with pharmaceutical companies, but we have to buy their insulin for a couple months. Either Community Action, Salvation Army. That's the great thing about Melissa doing the assessments. She's going to assess them and then reach out to whatever group best can serve them.
so if it's not directly, what we want to do is branch out to some of those that we
Right.
work with to make sure that we can accommodate. And that's what we try and do, is reach out to in any way, just to make sure. that we
Tracy,
can
I'll just
provide
have Candy
that.
get
So,
with you to see what she
Be
might,
great.
what you all can help with.
Yeah, that'd be
Be more
great.
than likely.
Yeah, I think, and again, I think those are, and we're also working with our state leadership and programs. I think that David will tell you, Kentucky Housing Corp, we're looking to do beyond, windows and insulation. They're even looking to do a little bit more of a little repair that might be needed, especially it sounds like situations, Magistrate Higgin, like you're talking about. So anything new like that, we want to keep that out there because they're going to be looking for that too.
We don't want anybody to say, I can't get help. I'm not going to say we can help everybody, but we at least want to be able to assess their situation. We may not tell them what they want to hear,
Right.
but we're going to get them in the right direction.
And that's what we want to do. That's that path.
I just
What can
want
we
to
do?
say, I just want to say, I know I've sent many referrals to you guys, and one thing I like about community action too is we may encounter somebody once in law enforcement, and we send them to you guys, but you all may have encountered them 10 times, and you all won't have any problem somebody's trying to take advantage of the system. I know they get sent back, and I think that's great. You said it best when you said you're going to give them a hand up, not a handout.
Well, I
do appreciate that. So
You know,
it saves us a lot of
well,
issues in the future.
Well, Sheriff, again, you never know what someone's been through since they left your place and have come back, and we want to be a part of that rehabilitation piece. We had somebody hitchhike to our community, and he walked 7 miles to where he could go and work there from Marion County, from Lebanon to Springfield. If you ever walk that little track, it's about an hour and 5 minutes. Well, our transportation, that route through that area, is only going to cost you $7 over and $7 back. Well, we had a chance to talk to him. We were able to take him to work. He was able to afford a car. And, you know, I don't know if he's still working there or not, but I know for a few weeks we were able to help him to get him there and get him back. But we are there to give them that opportunity. We do keep records on where they are and how they're coming in and where they're at, and that's something that we do, and that's community action as they do nationwide. Any other questions?
I don't have a question, but I just want to thank you for coming and addressing us tonight, and I want to thank you for what you do.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. And
You thought I was
see
getting
your
straight
vehicle
coffee in
out,
the morning, didn't you?
and I see your vehicle out quite often, you know, down Rough River area, everywhere, so the second district thanks you.
Well, my background's in economic development, and I can tell you, you know, we have 27 employees, 24 to 27 in this area. We work a lot with the local hardware stores and the local, I guess probably some of our folks of the heating and air. So we like to work with them. So our folks are here, they're part of your community, and we feel like that our community action is a big part of Grayson County, especially the area we're served and the numbers we're served. So we just want to make sure that this court knows we appreciate what you do. There's things that you're doing that you do here in the court. There's things that you do Squire hidden outside the court that nobody knows. So we appreciate everything about that. We want to be accountable for every penny we spend. That's why we want to bring you this annual report to tell you we appreciate the partnership.
Thank you.
Anything else? Thank you all. Appreciate that.
Hey, I tell them too, and most of them know that we have, moving you all, they was in the old hospital building. They are now moving down to the bypass on this white building right at the very end of South Clinton Street here. And we've done some work inside there to make the office space a little bit more convenient for them, and because of them high utility bills that we've got up there at the old hospital building. So once they get moved out Thursday, I think, that's what y'all said, Thursday, there won't be anybody in the old hospital building at that point. So.
Yeah, so please let us know what's the best way to communicate to your constituency of that. And we're very appreciative, Judge Henderson, of what you and working with Tracy and our team here to put that together. And I think it's going to be not only a more efficient use of space that we're utilizing, but also an efficient place for us to be able to reach out to your clients that are our clients as well.
Well, Hal, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you all.
Grayson, David,
Appreciate
Melissa,
it. Thank you all for having
us
us here at your meeting. Appreciate that.
Yeah, what we're going to do is go ahead and sign this proclamation now. If you all want to wait until after, get a picture.
We'd like to, Judge.
Okay, we'll wait till after the meeting if you want to do that, be good. Because we ain't got much to go here, so. All right. Need to do this ordinance. Okay. Gotcha. I'm with you. Too many papers. All right, next, we have, I might have said something to Darren and somebody, I don't know, I talked to one of y'all the other day, but the state is starting to turn in equipment now, and like dump trucks and mowers and that type of stuff. And you all seen our big John Deere arm mower? The one that, it's got a 5-foot bush hog on it, reach about probably 20 feet, something like that, 18 feet, something. We have found one up there. It's a 2008 John Deere with 938 hours on it. It's a 7130. It's 110 horsepower. It's a hoss. The boom on it reaches 30 feet, and it's got a big 5-foot bush hog on it.
It's a nice looking tractor.
The cost of it from the state, $28,000. It's a $140,000 tractor. So I entertain a motion that we go ahead and buy this from the state.
I make a motion.
Motion by Tommy, second by Darren. All in favor?
Aye.
What that does is we're trying to eliminate some of this older equipment that we have, and we just sold the last bunch. You all probably remember whenever we done the surplus. I think we ended up getting 33,000 out of all that. All them junk trucks, it was $33,000 is what we ended up getting. So we're just trading over better. So anyway,
Is that what you'll do with the old tractor, just eventually put it in surplus and let it go to?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the old tractor, we'll put it, we'll get 3 or 4 pieces and then sell them. And we're just rotating
You'll
stuff
take it out of service when you get the new.
Yeah, we're just rotating stuff out, keep better equipment. And right now, of course, you all, you're gonna get a lot of mowing complaints. I mean, we get more mowing complaints than road
Yeah.
complaints.
I go to there, they're out, they said we paid.
Oh, yeah, they're out.
I know they're out, I've seen them out.
Yeah,
That's
it
why I
just
told
takes,
you.
it just takes a while for,
Yeah.
you know, you got 3 or 4 guys, on these tractors to get around.
They'll
So,
go around and see them.
all right, other business. Warren, you got that?
No, sir.
Jason? No. Darren?
No.
I just want to say something about Robbie. We all know Robbie's a little bit under the weather. I went down and saw him today and spent a pretty good while with him. And just because he's not in here, he was telling me about some of the good calls he's getting for the roads. He's got a major concern with the Nelson Road that the gentleman's coming here, but, you know, he wished he could be here. He wanted to try to get here tonight, but trust me, from what I saw, some notes that he had today, and he's working.
Yeah.
He's doing all he can do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's struggling, but he's still hanging in there, and he wished he was here. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, we all need to be in prayer for him.
Yes, right, yes. His whole family.
Damon, you have anything?
No, I think we covered everything today, thank you, Judge.
Right.
Yeah, I got this gentleman in my district.
I'll get you here in just a second.
Yeah.
Right here.
I've had a lot of complaints about people speeding, they're talking about putting speed bumps on. And I told him I didn't know what to do, and he wanted to come up, so if you want to get up, you know. I made a mention, and I told him I didn't know. I told him I thought I might could get with Norman, and maybe Norman could get with the constable, maybe they could patrol. I don't know what I'd think or anything. I mean, that was just
Sir,
I just thought that.
if you don't care, state your name. for me.
Michael W. Brown.
Michael W. Brown? Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Talking to Norman, he put one of the speed things out there and stuff to slow down the traffic on Twin Coves Road. We have a public access to the water in Nolan Lake there. And you have a lot of guys zooming down this road. I mean, they're flying. I've almost got hit. The school bus in the morning, these fishermen think they gotta be in the water. At old dark 30, the school bus, I've watched them blow past the school bus with the lights on. And there's more and more people living there. See? And I was telling Ryan, you know, can we see about getting speed bumps, bigger signs for speeding? Because it's 25 miles an hour in this, see? But I'm not talking about speed bumps that go like this. In Louisville, where I was a mailman for 35 years, they put in speed bumps in some of these major roads. They're elongated speed bump, like this. Not to damage the car or nothing like that. You can still take your snow equipment over and everything like that. It doesn't jar the inside of you. There's no damage. And I've heard of nobody ever being sued or no county being sued over. Okay, and that's what I was going to come here and speak to you guys about. Let's see if we can research or something before somebody gets hurt.
We'll look and see about putting more speed signs out, and we'll also research the speed bumps. But what I've come to the conclusion of with the speed bumps is the state has advised us never to put speed bumps out, because even if they're like the type that you're speaking of, we're still liable. The county's still liable if somebody even files suit. So I don't know if the county attorney will be able to back that up or not, whatever.
Are the rippers classified as speed bumps?
Okay. What's that?
The rippers, the speed rippers.
I don't know what the classification of that would be. I'd have to look at the definition of it, but I mean, I couldn't tell you that. I know of any kind of obstacle that's in the pavement that we put in there, we're liable for if somebody has an issue with it, if tears their equipment up or someone wrecks or gets harmed. So it's just something we have to do some research on.
Is it mainly on the weekends?
Oh, no, it's during the week. It's during the week, whenever the water's up, you know, and we have extended that ramp down there so that, you know, the water's out there more and stuff like
Have you
that.
contacted your constable? Maybe he can sit out there some?
I've talked to Mr. Brown a few times, a
Right.
couple of times, I believe. And I'll
Yes.
be honest with you, that's one of the most frustrating types of things for us. We get about 10 calls for extra patrols every single week. And I'll be honest with you, we're doing the absolute best we can with what we've got.
Yeah, 'cause
We can't, we'll get an extra patrol request. Like I said, we took the speed sign out there that day. I spent 30, 45 minutes out there myself, observing traffic, kind of looking. And I'm gonna tell you, there's gonna be more complaints because,
Oh, I've done got lots more.
yeah, our population doubles in Grayson County during the summer months, and
Right.
it gets bad. But anyhow, we do get numerous extra patrol requests, and it's, just like on Grove Church Road and other roads in the county, we get out there when we can. I
Yeah.
mean, we're answering 9,000 calls for service every month, or every year, and so we're trying to do what we can. That's what we
I
have.
appreciate any help.
Yeah, we'll look into it and see, and like I said, with what Damon said, I don't know, I'd have to see. There's a lot of research that goes into this stuff, because the reason for rules is because
Yes.
somebody broke them at one time, and then somebody got sued at one time, so.
I've just seen a lot more of those ripples in state maintained roads.
And I think that it's cost is what would eliminate us from doing it, because,
Yeah.
and nothing against you, Mr. Brown.
Right.
I'm sure you of that. If you do it for him, you're opening Pandora's box.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, because
And
Ryan
then-
said there's
and-
another area.
And you're looking at millions of dollars, because I get a call.
It's the same way on our road.
I get a call about people speeding and this and that. It's Norman and them, they can't be everywhere. I was in that line of work. I mean, you get a call, somebody calls in and says they're speeding on this road. I mean, you're liable to catch one.
Right.
I mean, you're liable to catch one person. You're liable to sit there for 4 hours and nobody go by.
They
So,
used
it's one of those
to
things.
put
it's like
speed limit on
shooting
our
fish in a
road,
bucket.
and they put them up one day, they take them down the next day. Somebody tear them down at night.
Yeah, of course, we're doing our signs a little bit different now. They're cabled, so they're not taking them quite as easy. So, but, that's something we could look into to see the cost. I know that stuff is very expensive, because they went through that with the bypass, the state did on 1214, 920, and that stuff's very expensive. So,
I will also put out, again, for my guys to be visible out there between coasts. We're gonna try to have a strong presence on the lake, around the lake areas
Right, sir.
during this time of year, so we'll do the best we can.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it, and everything you can do.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brown. Thank you.
Mr. Brown.
All right, Neil, you got anything? No? Jeremy?
No, sir.
All right, old business. Lauren, anything? Jason? No. Aaron?
No, sorry.
Dayton? No. Brian? Anybody, Jason? Or Jeremy, I'm sorry. Did we forget anything? Is everything? All right. Anybody else here needs to speak? No? Need a motion to adjourn? Motion by Brian, second by Aaron, all in favor?